Good morning, everyone. We've got a creature lurking just out of sight. He has been incredibly... Sorry, that was me checking my mic to see if I was muted, and I shouldn't be, so everyone should be able to hear me. How he doing? He is creaching. He do be creaching, though. He's licking his tail presently. We do hear. Good morning. How was everyone's week? What did everyone get up to? What did everybody have for dinner yesterday? I had pizza from a new pizza place, and it was kind of fucking life-changing, actually. Dominique, I want him to come closer so I can grab and snatch the cat and show the cat off, because we've only been able to see Mochi in high def once, which is heartbreaking to me because I think he deserves to be in, hang on, maybe I can trick him. Hang on. I don't think he can be tricked today, actually. Oh my god, that makes me want katsudon so bad. Mom Trots made lasagna? How does Mom Trots like to prepare lasagna? What kind of pizza did you have, son? Finish Prey. I'm not familiar with this game, like, at all. What do you enjoy about it? It's not even that he's dedicated to creation so much as he's just like being difficult for no real reason. Come here. Also, I think I may have fixed the camera shut-off problem. So we'll keep an eye on it over the weekend. The solution may have been to buy a battery actually made by the manufacturer for 5 times more than I could have gotten it third-party off Amazon. But if it works, then I guess it works. So fucking fine. Whatever. We'll keep an eye on it. So if anything weird happens, let me know and we'll mitigate. Also, this is kind of... I have a weird question for everybody. So I stream with my bedroom lights on, which was previously necessary because webcam limitations. But now that we're on a mirrorless, I could turn them off if I wanted, but it gives it a very gamer vibe, I feel, and I don't know how I feel about it. So like, I don't know. It's different. It's not bad. It's just different. What do we think? It does make me pop more. I don't know if I want that much attention on me, but do we like it? It's kind of weird being in a dark room on the computer. Sun likes it. Entrots thinks it looks good. Okay. Maybe we'll have to mimic this test when we get to the actual game screen and see if it makes a difference. It is kind of weird for me having lights just here and the rest of the room be like in person, like not the streamer on the screen, like the person that's in the bedroom that's dark. It feels a little weird, but I might be able to it feels like it would be headache inducing, but maybe I just need to get used to it. I could do like half on. I could do like 50% instead of like fully on, 100% or fully off, 0%. Well, that's the thing. That's because the camera is so good at what it's doing. But to me in person, so it's a little bit different. Also, Entrots, congrats on your 5-stream streak. I think Gorbsby flashed a 30-stream streak earlier. Insanity. That was my concern, Entrots. But we might play around with it and see. So... I don't know. We'll test it. If we were going to get a headache trigger, maybe it's best if we do that on Final Fantasy 14 Fridays instead of Resident Evil weekend. We're on... The ISO should be auto. Yeah. With a 3rd exposure comp and a step up in saturation. Look at me remembering all the shit that we did. I'm gamer. Probably. Well, if it's better, it's so I bought the camera open box, and Best Buy was already doing a holiday sale. So I got the open box for even cheaper than I should have been able to. So we were able to like bump up a couple generations, I think. Which gave us a couple quality of life improvements. Like I've got a screen that flips out now, which makes it easier to dial certain things in and stuff like that. But it was finding a lens was kind of like the kick in the pants. I was like, lens, how expensive lens be? Need camera body, have power button, make picture video, go. Lens, merely accessory, surely will be cheaply affordable, easy come by, price small. No. That's where they fucking trick you. And I think they do it on purpose. They're like, oh, nice. You bought a camera. Well, here's a thing that you need to make the camera operate. We're going to make it really expensive. And I was like, fine. I guess. Okay. Yeah, lens, how much could it cost? $10? Gorsby, I need you to know the immediate panic that myself and all of the mods experience when we just see a giant paragraph drop into chat. I swear to God, I almost instinctively timed you out. Like, I did. You know how some gamers, they have like the sniper flick or whatever? We've got the deletion flick. I swear to God, my wrist almost went tink. Like, I almost fucking no-scoped you. I was just like, not reading that. That's probably something bad. Yeah, like certain things will just like ping mod attention, right? A super long paragraph. Anyone coming in with first time viewer that says, can I ask you a question? Like all of the mods, they're like birds. They like sensing it's about to rain. They're like, yeah. Like everyone straightens up in their chair a little bit. For literally, I hear in real time like the shotgun load. So funny. Well, it's like, yeah, if you say, I assume it's gonna be like a little disrespectful or like openly weird. You know what I mean? Don't ask that. This can't possibly be a real website. Should I click on this? Gets the mod red dot. Sometimes it's so fun. I like to imagine all of the mods with weapons because that's really funny to me. And every now and then, it's always Artemis. It's always moderator Artemidaire. I swear to God, I will be, by the time I have seen like the first couple words of a message that's no good, Artemis is already wiping blood off her face. Like she's already taken the shot and she's cleaning up and moving to a different rooftop. She is so fast. She's so fast. In mod chat, I've seen people be like, this isn't fair. Like you're fucking kill stealer. Like, can I have some fun, please? Artemis is always just like the cat face. Just like, she's quick. She's fast. The message goes away and then a couple seconds later you hear the distant thud of cartridges ejecting. A gunshot being carried on the wind. She is a hunter. It's baked into the name. I love her. I love my mods. I love my mods so much. Also, hi Arya, how you doing? How was your week? How are things? Are you like resettled? Are you safety? Yeah. I've been thinking about you, so I hope you're doing super well. And that's exactly it. It's like, hey, I've never been here before, but I'm about to ask a really personal question. Like, not even the kind of question that like friends should be comfortable asking you without prefacing it with like, hey, can I ask you like a somewhat vague TMI question? You don't have to answer this, but I'm a stranger and I feel entitled to that information. Will you give it to me? I'll give you the old Yeller treatment out behind the shed. Does that count? Thanks, John. This sweater was a gift from Sunflows. So it's like my cozy room sweater. I can't ever take it off without putting it away. Like, I know sometimes we fall into the trap of like, oh, I'm hot now, but I'll wear it later. You throw it on the bed. I can't do that because the second this sweater is off of my body and on a location Mochi can reach, he goes, ooh, time to flex my claws on that. I don't know what it is about this particular sweater, this particular fabric. He sees it and he goes, hump time. And like he wants to get into it. It already has like little bits where his claws, because the one time, the day I brought it home, put it on, said, look good, feel nice, took it off, put it on the bed. I leave the room. I come back not even like 80 seconds later and he's already done like this to it. There's like a spot on the back that he bit, I think. Like, I just can't. So, Mochi, he loves something. Clothing gifts, probably not. Like, he looks cold. Mochi. He's like loafed, but not in a way that looks comfortable. He's got like his chin out, but nose down. So he just looks really weird. Are you okay? You look stupid. Why do you look so stupid today? Maybe I'll give him extra food on break. TLDR, pray really good. I'm happy to hear that for you. Back to my place. Unfortunate accident on the way. Oh my God, Arya! It feels like you just cannot fucking catch a break. This sucks, man. I'm so sorry. I'm glad that you're back. I hope that it's an easy adjustment. It's a smooth one. That no more unfortunate accidents befall you. Yeesh. Keeping the nosy warm. It's like keeping the nosy warm, but still looking very pathetic. So I'll grab him later. I'll see if I can like coax him. we love it. Oh my God. Yeah, we're only like 2.5 weeks into 2025. Hey, we're off to a real bad start, y'all. Oh my God. I have not been paying attention to the passage of time this week. I had a doctor's appointment on Monday and they were like, you're due for some shots. I was like, sure, give them to me. Yeah. How bad could it be getting all of these shots that I need? And then I was like out of commission for like 3 days. So this week was just like sucked into the void for me. It was gone, vanished, not here anymore. It's already 2026. For me, it's still like 2018. So whoopsies. We've all been sick. It's tough too because the weather, it's so dry, and the winds have been so strong that it's just like my sinuses aren't happy, my throat's not happy. And then it was like, would you like to have cold flu symptoms for 72 hours? And I said, yeah. So it's all part of the if I say that, I'll be put on a watch list. I'm probably already on a watch list. I'm going to telepathically beam my thoughts into all of your brains, and you will know what it is because you will receive it telepathically. FBI guy in the mirror list will not receive my telepathic thoughts. I block him out. I was going to say, yeah, it's like there's no chance I ain't, but maybe we don't move up the list. Yeah, maybe we stay where we are on the list. Double jump, I feel like you should go to the doctor. I feel like that's the kind of thing that's important. Like, preventative care is you know, the healthcare system is broken. I don't know where you are. I'm in America and the healthcare system is broken here. But it's like, sometimes it's important to catch things before they become big problems. One of my, no, I won't tell that story. Sometimes I forget that I have like an audience that my stuff is like archived online. So it's not just like me kicking back on the couch with people. It's like if I say things, that will be like somewhat preserved, and that information is actually not mine to share. So I won't share that. I do like the couch vibes the stream has, though. Worked very hard to create the couch vibes, but sometimes the couch vibes are a trick. Yeah, sometimes they get me. Sometimes even I forget. Proud that you think so. There's a part of me that wants to be like, which list? But again, I don't want anybody to move up their place on the list. So getting a the only reason I haven't brought out my humidifier is I no longer have a convenient location for it. I made a questionable decision in combining the bookshelf with the plant shelf. So now I can't put the humidifier where the plants are because that moisture is not good for the books. But I can't put it over here either because this moisture is not good for the computer. And I can't put it over there because there's stuff on the nightstand. So where's my humidifier going? I didn't think it through. I didn't think about it. We have a couch, but the couches are stacked with hidden. Yeah. It's like, what's in the couch cushion? Oh, you know, like miscellaneous change, probably some wrappers, a knife. What can you do? What can be done? I don't know. But I'm very excited for gaming today. You carried my humidifier. So when I lived in Japan, I had this. I was so sad to sell it. I bet I could buy one off of Yahoo Auctions or something and just have it reshipped. I had this really, really cute, small desk specific humidifier. And then I had like a bigger one for the room. And I loved them. And they were cute. And now I've just got like large humidifiers. But again, I have like nowhere to put them. And they're not convenient to refill because the plug doesn't detach from the body of the humidifier itself, which means when I need to like carry it back out to the sink, I have to unfucking plug it. And you can say, well, Crow, the solution is to like fill up a pitcher with water and then carry the pitcher from the sink and fill. And it's like, yeah, maybe, but do I look like the sort of person who should be confidently carrying a pitcher of water throughout the house? Alert sounds are broken. We've got to fix that. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I hope your day has been swell. Let me see. How do I? Right, hang on. Give me a second. I might have to restart the mix. You know what? We'll just restart the mixer. I feel like there's very few, like quitting the mixer can't actually cause problems. It can only fix them. So this should be the very first thing we try. Hang on. Okay, now let's do a test real quick. Test. Good. Ha! Yes. All right, we're back. We're back in bit. I fixed a mixer. No worries, John. We'll see when you get back. It's so obnoxious. And I don't have a lot of books, but the ones that I do have, I'm very attached to. That's sort of my thing. Because I move around so much, almost all of my media is digitized, which means any physical media I own is like really significantly meaningful to me. So I want to take as good care of it as I can to preserve it for all of my many years because it makes me happy and I want to have it. But it's like, okay, I got to keep the books out of the sun. So I've had to like block off the bottom part of my window with like a plank of wood so that sunlight doesn't trickle into the lower shelf, like end of the bookshelves. And I can't put the humidifier, so where's it going? And it's tough. It's tough. There's no winning. It always feels like there's just no winning. But House of Lee, so I started Lotus Empire, and I'm set to finish that on Sunday, and I've got high hopes for it. We will see whether or not they will deliver. The last the last trilogy I tackled, I think I had to do, like, I couldn't finish it because I did not enjoy the way that the author was writing or what they were taking their inspiration from and how they were commodifying that. I didn't care for it. I think I just may not care for that particular author's writing style because that just seems to be sort of what she does. I don't know. But this author, I have enjoyed her work before. This is Tasha Suri, so I'm hoping that she'll wrap things up in a nice way. Now, I have beef with her because she has, you know, my favorite character is no longer in the story, so beef. Call me Arby's the way I have the meat, like with her. We've got beef, it's what's for dinner. But maybe she can solve the wound in my aching heart. House of Leaves, I always need to. House of Leaves has been on my list to reread since I finished it a couple of years ago, and every time I'm just like, it's a long book, big commitment, and it has not been picked up since. The second one did have flaws, but it had the flaws that most sequels do. Most middle titles in trilogies have really similar shortcomings. So I will let you know. I am hopeful, but also like my smile and optimism, the light from my eyes, gone because whatever. I'm not mad, I say, as I'm really clearly, like, definitely mad. Fills my head with beat. It's supposed to, though. You are supposed to get bees in your head when you read it. I really do need to retackle it. It has come to my attention in the wake of Lynch's passing that I have only seen in full one thing he's ever been involved with. And I think that needs to change. So probably we're not going to tackle any like big hefty books while I try to like maybe actually finish Twin Peaks. Or like see a movie by him, maybe. Really? So when you like bees in what way? Like does it make you anxious? Because that would be like a rather effective implementation of what the book is trying to do. Someone, like a really meta book came up that's been recently published, but I was almost like, I skimmed through a couple extras and I was like, oh, this is just a gimmick. Actually, what was it called? Was it Massive? Maybe. I should probably give it a second glance. But I remember seeing a couple of pages and just being like, oh, this is, okay, maybe a little too much. Maybe a little too meta even for me. And I'm a metafiction enjoyer, so. Yes. Yes, so I actually need to like sit down and finish Twin Peaks. I think I finished the first season and made it a couple episodes into the second, but I need to actually sit down and finish. Yeah. Quite a few. I saw Nadia, but I think that's the only movie of his I've seen all the way through, which is like really like shocking and a little disappointing actually. Yes. Okay, Entrots. Yeah, effective but hard to read. House of Leaves never made me anxious, but it did make me feel claustrophobic is the wrong word because claustrophobic implies discomfort. Whatever version of claustrophobia makes you fucking mad. Like, I would get frustrated reading the book. I'd be like, oh, I would just like it didn't unsettle me. It made me upset. I should reread it. I finally went through and like organized a lot of my notes last week on like books I wanted to read or shows I wanted to watch and consolidated them into one location. So now I don't have like things written in like this channel over here, or like here's several scraps of paper on my desk, and also there's a note, like 5 notes on the computer, none of which are in any particular sort of order. And there was a book that really caught my eye. What was it? I probably won't be able to find it now because it's not actually in a note doc. Now it's on Storygraph. So that's fine. When I find it, I'll let you guys know. There's a handful of like thick books on the bookshelf that I really should start, but I just haven't been in like the space of wanting to. Like I've got at least one book by Bolaño. There's a part that's like, hey, you should reread like Kotse, and I'm like, no, I don't want to actually. Kind of like yuck, like, you know what I mean? Like shrug off the yuck. Never seen a Lynch movie that was an easy watch. Really, I thought Nadia was a fine watch. It was in. I don't like. I don't know if like was it good? I don't know, but I watched it. It was a movie. But I would like to get a better grasp on, I think, like what people mean when they artistically describe something as Lynchian, which would require actually consuming his material, which I have not done because I struggle to consume visual stuff in the first place. But it's on the list. It's on the list. All right. Should we get into the game? I think we should. Last week. Has it seriously been a week? No, I didn't stream last Friday. Did I stream last Friday? I don't remember. It feels like we shouldn't. It feels like we must have, but you know what? We just won't think about it. We won't think about the forward march of time. We just won't think about it. We finished 5.3 of Shadowbringers, which was a fantastic ride. We met Fandaniel, who is an insane person. Straitjacket behavior. Like, more so than any other Asian we've met, which I think is saying a lot. He's crazy. So we did stream last week. I guess that's when we must have finished then. That's crazy. I know we were disrupted from the holidays for a while. I'm not thinking about the past. Yeah, you know what? You know, we're going to close that door. And I'm not going to walk through it. And it's going to be fine. Time is a fake concept. Exactly. But we met Fandaniel. We finished 5.3. The cat, my cat is back. He's here. He's with us. And Xenos is also... To imply that he's kicking around makes it sound like he's doing something active, when I think he's spending most of his time lounging in the Garlean throne room while Fandaniel does really dramatic and theatrical like dances around him. So it must have been that this dude possessed Asahi's corpse then. But he seems like such a perfect complement for Asahi. Like, why are they both so into Xenos? We won't answer that question. We'll get into that question, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm going to take us into the game. We'll take our first break in about 30 minutes. Any promises I made last week about cleaning out my inventory or my armoire or something did not happen. So I got sick and just like hung out in bed. I didn't even feel well enough to game. I literally, it's like, the thing that I don't understand about Xenos, right? He wants us so bad, which like fair, based, I agree. But it's like, the things that he's doing for my attention are so outrageous because it's like, he's made several comments about like starting the apocalypse because like he hasn't heard from me. And it's like, can you just like call me on the phone? I have a link, Pearl. Can you just like send me a letter? What is all like, why? Why do we need to start an apocalypse over this? I don't feel like that's necessary. That doesn't seem like none of this really seems to follow. Starting the apocalypse, I feel like, isn't going to make me want to fuck you any more than I may or may not already want to fuck you. So why don't can we just like approach this in a more reasonable way? Xeno says no. Xenos' brain has been twisted and warped by bunny hole. That's all he can think about. But I'm going to take us into the game. And we will accept our next MSQ. And sorry, I just heard like some creaks, but I think it's just like the house settling. Mochi's not doing anything. Oh, and let's test lighting. Yes, when we get into small form, let's test lighting with the lights dimmer in this way. Okay, fantastic. Give me a hot second. I feel like I just like rambled a whole bunch. Like too much, arguably. Okay. That's good. That's good. All of this is good. I don't hear the game, but I shouldn't. So that's fine. Okay, okay. And bonk. Okay, do we see it here? I'm going to take us into... No, we don't need to go to the Crystarium. We need to go to Revenant's Toll. I'm going to take us over there, and then let's fiddle with lighting a little bit. Because I would be interested in knowing what's better. Whoa, this is a really good-looking Chocobo. I think I might have that barding. I think I mix and match that barding with the Hades set. All right. Let's double check some lighting. Okay, so this is with lights off. This is with lights on. Oh, it is very subtle actually, especially in small form. What do we think? What do we like more? I might kind of like it off, actually. Yeah, it feels significantly more subtle when small. But it's kind of nice. It's almost like kind of cozy. I don't know. Chat, what y'all think? Lights off a bit more. It feels more framed. Yeah, the dim lights feel more, it feels like a really nice vignette, actually. Okay. We're gonna, yes, that's what it feels like. We're gonna try this. This is actually kind of nice. I like it more small than I do big, but maybe I also just need to get used to it. And then, oh, with the lights off, that means an even more cozy nap time environment for Moch, who rests peacefully off screen. I'm sure he will love the lights off, actually, so. Oh, fuck, we can do Eden stuff. I don't need to. Well, we will need to. Okay, so Heaven's Door for Eden folks. Is there a patch by which it makes the most sense to finish that raid sequence? Because I'm assuming by finishing 5.3, we just unlocked the last like 4 stages of it. Yes, I can do it whenever. Perfect. Hi, Teddy. Welcome in. Oh, look at him. Oh my God. God. He's so little. I want to put him in my mouth and shake him around like I'm like a dog on a chew toy. I know we already talked to him, so I won't need to reread this dialogue. I just wanted to say hi again. Wait, I can start Bosnia? That means I actually need to check and see if there's any Bosnia weapons I want. Because I know that I wanted Eurekan White Mage. If none of the Bosnian weapons look good to me, I don't need to do Bosnia. But if any of them look good, I will need. It's all for the glamour. It's all for the look. Nothing else matters but looking good in this game. So, by forestalling the 8th Umbral Calamity, we have unwritten history. The future now lies beyond my... Oh my God, I want to, like... Dog owners have to do this too. Right now, I've never owned a dog, so I can't comment on that. But like, every now and then, just like, I'll just like grab Mochi's face and I'll just like... I'll just like get him, just like squeeze him and squish him. I want to do that to Graha. Like, I just want... Like, yes? Yes? Is that a thing you can do to dogs? Is that a thing dog owners do to their dogs? There's an extreme you can get if you start. Oh, well, son, I love extremes, so we're gonna have to... I still need to finish the, I still need to finish Hades X and Seed of Sacrifice X, and we're gonna need to do the extreme trial sequence with the, like, weird body horror ultimate weapon. So, the cute aggressive. You can shake most animals. But that doesn't mean that you should. Like, I would feel nervous, like, shakering and gettering a big dog. 95 pounds, I shake him all the time and he attacks. That's it, Entrots. I'd be like, dogs be so big though. Like, you can getter them, but they can getter you in return. So. None can say what awaits, but so long as we stand together, I doubt not but that we can overcome all trials. We have always done so, have we not? God. I already showed him his mini-me. My mini-me. I definitely had a little minion out here. It disappeared when we got inside, so we'll have to resummon it, but... Ton of birds, and our kitties are... So, I love when cats chitter. Mochi doesn't.
Good.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. Like, he's just, like, not super into that. But Mochi also, like, doesn't need. My old cat, Mittens, he would chitter, but Mochi is a stomper and a purrer. He's not interested in anything else. He'll, like, stalk and stare, but he doesn't really do, like, the like cats. And I've never fully understood why cats would do that, because you would think if you're trying to sneak up on something, you'd want to be fucking quiet, but instead cats are like, I'm gonna make some weird sounds. And I feel like that would simply alert the prey to them, but it can't, or they wouldn't do it. So that behavior sort of fascinates me. Did he ask you about the... I don't think he noticed, thankfully. Yeah. It's like a plushie I sleep with every night. It's fine. We won't. He doesn't need to. I'm gonna get him. Me when I fucking get you, Grahatia. Everyone likes the garments I've prepared. That's right! And people are getting new clothes. New look. This is good. Grahatia's outfit is suited for traveling, while his weapon uses a piece of the crystal tower as the focus. I know we probably shouldn't go around chipping off bits of Allegan relics, but it was just one little piece. Tataru, you're so perfect. Hang on, I do actually want to, like... His staff is so fucking sick. What is he? He's obviously some kind of magic user, but... No comment. I love the way his staff looks. It's so fucking flashy. He's, you know... I mean, has more... really? Mochi is a really talkative cat. Like, he's constantly howling and meowing and meow meow meowing, but he doesn't chitter, which is interesting to me. But all of my cats have been just like loud. So Goose has done the yeah, Mochi. He does, and like I can try and bait him into it, but he just ends up making like whirring sounds. Like he doesn't actually do like the chitter. Alize's quest. All right. Come to look in on our friends. Always. Rest assured, everyone is quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them and have satisfied myself that they are all in fine health. As a matter of fact, they're just about to convene in Dawn's Respite to discuss how best to use their pent-up energy. Listen, if Grahatia has some energy he needs to vent, I can think of a couple applications that would probably tire him out. Yeah, let's join them. Sure thing, Krydle. Whatever you say, baby girl. Oh, they just take us right in. Okay.
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
So, but we don't know. Like, we, the player, know about weird Fandaniel bullshit, but we, the Warrior of Light, do not. We're just like, oh, Xenos, okay, well, that's a problem for me later, I guess. We don't know there's still Asians. Because we thought we got the last one, certainly the last Unsundered. I hate that they're gone, actually. I really do. I feel like they only got substantial development in the last, like, couple of patches. And it makes me really sad they're gone. Because I don't know where the game can even go from here. Like, what is even the conflict now? Anyway.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I have a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
Are we going to Garlemald? No way. They would not let us in.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows.
Yeah, there's only one event Xenos wants to orchestrate from the shadows, and it's getting me into his bed, so...
In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission.
Oh yeah, I bet you will, Urianger. Whatever they've got going on between them, that's for them to figure out. But we can't let them go alone. Thank you for the follow, and Ilias, thank you for subscribing! Oh my god, for 8 months! Thank you so much. How's your day been?
Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Literally, Fangrad's like, what? Urianger's like, it's for your weapon, bro. I gotta do weapon stuff for you, bro. I swear. Okay. I know what you guys got up to when you were reunited in the Phase Zone. Stola also knows what you got up to in the Phase Zone.
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
I'm good. Thank you for asking. It's been a really pleasant Friday. I feel like there's a lot I still need to do, but it's early and I've got plenty of time to do it after the stream. Maybe this is me huffing like an enormous cigar of copium, but we try. We move. Oh.
Welcome back, everyone.
Like, it's not that I'm disappointed to see her, but she's not my favorite person, so...
Lise!
She's not gonna be, like, super involved, is she? God, she does look really good, though. I love this outfit on her.
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over? That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
I wish I could give my bunny a boob window.
The famous Lise Hext, former scion and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
Oh my god, is he gonna fanboy out? Listen, the only person you're allowed to fanboy out over is me! what I expect everyone to say when I walk into. Well, first of all, absolutely not Entrods. You are a delight. Also, I feel like people probably don't have like true narrative criticism with the arc that you've gone through. So, a little bit different.
I don't believe we've met.
She has no idea who he is. Are you serious? I mean, I guess she wouldn't. He's been in the tower.
Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
At least, what even is your field of expertise? Like punching people?
Rahatir, at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Likewise. The others told me all about you.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the first. A more dependable comrade, one would be hard-pressed to find.
I feel like we're kind of underselling the cat. I'm not gonna lie. Like, quite literally rewrote the future for us. Was willing to do so at his own great peril, actually, and was convinced it would kill him, and was prepared to kill himself if that's what it took. So I feel like we should. Can we put some respect on his name? I feel like we're not taking it seriously enough. Literally. Hey, coffee, welcome in.
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it.
His, like, anxious, like, arm rubbing and the tail, like, really fucking get me. That's something that I actually really miss about playing a Mikote. I love Viera. And Viera are, like, words not needed. Y'all know what I am. Words not needed. But Mikote are so much more expressive. And sometimes I just miss the ears, and tail. Sometimes I just miss it. That's what I'm saying, Sel. I'm like, girl, what accomplishment? What you done? What have you done that I haven't directly facilitated? Not to be a hater or anything, but like, I'm a little bit of a hater, maybe. Also, it's like, I would never just admit to my friends that, like, I read what they gave me, but, like, I need it. I need the TLDR.
Well, that's a lot to take in. Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
Not to our knowledge, but it feels like something bad is still gonna happen, so...
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition.
I don't know. Fandaniel doesn't seem like he's struggling. Fandaniel kind of seems like he's thriving. Weirdo.
And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
Okay. I feel like that's gonna come back to bite us in the ass, Urianger.
I'll take that as a yes. Even so, I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
It feels like it won't affect us that much, honestly. Like, what are we supposed to do about it, right?
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength. Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared.
She makes it sound like we can do something about that, but like, what?
Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
Those depictions make them look like really tasty gummy candy.
But tell us, Lise, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? All right, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire.
Are we all going to Garlemald?
So, after Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne.
I haven't seen a cousin on the throne. I've only seen one guy on the throne.
The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, if they're involved in a civil war, then they're no longer focused on invading Eorzea and unleashing like a chemical weapon upon us, so that's good news.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald, and we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then.
I don't really want to see more of her. This is the only cutscene she's in.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Oh, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
Yeah, what you looking for, baby girl?
I want to find a way to cure the Tempered.
That's
of course.
A pretty lofty goal.
You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you use to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
I'm sorry, a cure for tempering? But that would change everything. Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
I'll do my best.
Seems like the type of thing Y'shtola should be involved with.
I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
No. Girl, I'm good, actually. When are we leaving? There we go! Bye, everyone. Enjoy Alamigo.
I knew you'd say yes.
I'll come too. If you don't mind,
Yes,
that is.
yes, yes! Why are we acting so surprised?
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
Everything Y'shtola says is so motherfucking loaded in this game. She's always like, I know exactly what you are, actually. You're not fooling me. You're not fooling anybody, but you're definitely not fooling me. I know. I know. She's pointing. She's got the rainbow flag emoji on the screen. Yeah.
No. That's not... I mean, I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
Oh my god, he's pathetic. I want to crush him to a fine paste. Ooh. Arya, literally!
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
Y'shtola knows what Graha is. Y'shtola knows whatever the dynamic is between Urianger and Thancred. Like, she knows. She can just sniff it out. When Y'shtola is about, one cannot afford even the slightest slip. To be very fair, Graha, you have many things, but I feel like a poker face is not really one of them. Like, I feel like it's been super obvious for a really long time what your deal is. So, it's not even like, let's not pretend it's hard to pick up on. I can say with complete confidence that Graha is dressed for anything. Great. I love that. And before we accept the next leg of our quest, this is actually going to be where we take our first break. So I will leave us here. Alize, you're so tiny! I want to shake her around too. In a couple of years, she's going to be even taller than I am. I love that for her. This is where we'll take our first break. I'm going to grab a snack and put the kettle on. And we will be back in a couple of minutes when the song is done. Okay. I will be back. I think the music is all manual too, so if there's fucked up music, that's on me. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, sorry. I hit the button and I was like, fuck, wait, I'm responsible for pausing the music. So I had to pause the music. Okay, we are back. The kettle is boiled. Mochi is touched. Mochi says, brr. I've got tea. And I feel like I was gonna say something, but I forgot. So I guess it must not have been that important. Hi, Goose! Let's go. No. But why would you remind me about it, though? I refuse to believe that it's real. I think he has to come back. Like, you can't kill the best dude in the game. He has to come back. Huge mistake, actually. Killing off the anchor of your like, you can't do it. You can't take the life from the game. You can't take the heart out of the party. That's objectively bad writing and design, so I refuse to believe that it's real. I won't believe it. I won't believe it. Okay. Hey, Alize, what's up? Cutscene? Probably not voiced. When I set out to save Halric, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind. Having proved that the light corrupted are not lost, I am convinced that the same must be true of the tempered. Similar to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the aether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant. Though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. It is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, and it warrants full investigation. Naruto, like... Well, Naruto was, like, killing so many characters. I think there's maybe only like 1 or 2 deaths in Naruto I would argue was like objectively bad, not cool, bad writing, bad decision. Oh, meant more believe it? Okay. Well, unfortunately, I did watch Naruto, so I came prepared. If there's even a chance. Wait a minute. What day is it? Hey, I'm sorry. When does the 2nd season of Castlevania Nocturne drop? Does anybody know? Can anyone tell me right fucking now? Because I think it might have come out yesterday. I've got some watching to do. I found out yesterday that a good friend of mine has not seen Yuri on Ice. And I'm just like, ooh, well, guess what you're gonna be watching? Like, soon. Like, several days from now. Buckle up, Buttercup. I need to get current with Dan to Dan. Ah! There's too much good shit out right now. However much I'd like to race over to Limb Sunset to work, there's no room for recklessness, not when a child's life is at stake. As I'm sure Becklog would remind us, we still know little and less about the soul, and a number of things would go wrong if we don't exercise. Son, we need to watch more of it. I'm behind because like a couple of us started watching as a group and then we haven't circled back around to it. So, oh my god, Entrots, I could never forget Alucard. Never. Not me. Before attempting anything, we should learn all we possibly can about tempering. Research into the condition has since ground to a halt. The combined work of the many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge. Not of the modern scholars, but one of their ancient counterparts. The Allagans took a more than passing interest in the subject. Interesting. Interesting. Yell at Derry. Okay, we'll yell at Derry. I need to rewatch Dungeon Meshi also. Oh, okay. Well, if I'm gonna watch it for Alucard, and when he's there, I'm gonna be really awake. If what we seek is to be found anywhere, it would surely be at the Aetherochemical Research Visit. Wasn't that a Heavensward dungeon? Wasn't that like immediately preceding the Thornton fight? where they experimented on primals and their worshippers. I've never been there myself, but I read the reports on Aziz's Law, which means we'll be... Yes! Yes! I think a chemical research facility is when we fought Ascian Prime, when La Habrea and Igayorm did their fusion Ha thing. Tari, why are you so thrilled about this? Maybe at the northern band of Silvertear, I've got a surprise and come prepared. Did she fucking steal a ship? Does Sid know about this? I guess we're gonna find out. So we need to head to the edge of Mordona. How many episodes are in this latest season? Is it 8? 10, 12? Something like that, I feel. I got the pig! All right, roulette is always fun when I end up with the pig. Look at this pig. That's a good pig right there. Takes a pet, no problem. Is this where I'm supposed to be? That person was fishing! I was like, what are these stars around them? And then I noticed a rod in their hand. Craft. I feel like it's always weirdest to see fishers out in the wild, though. Give you the Bonanza? You named it the Bonanza? The Scion's own airship. I built... You built her? Like, you personally built the airship? Is it up to code? A company project with help from our friends and named her for luck and prosperity. I don't know if I want to get on this ship. We'll be able to fly just about anywhere we want. This is amazing. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an airship, I see the annals did not exaggerate the many talents of the Scion's fabled Queen Keeper. Yeah, she's sewing. She's now like an aerospace engineer. I'd also introduce myself as your pilot, but the training didn't go as well as I'd hoped. We've hired this capable fellow here instead. I have that hair. Yeah, I unlocked that from PvP. An amazing cook. I feel like the only thing I remember her cooking is the Archon loaf, which canonically tastes like shit, but it's supposed to. The Nans is equipped with full complement of mana cutters. Use them to get around Aziz's Law. Are we just gonna show up in Aziz's Law? No way. Okay, well. I see I was wrong. Did I ever mention that I was fond of flying? Be it on an airship, in a Mara, or a Chocobo, there is nothing so exhilarating as feeling the wind on your face as the horizon unfolds before you. Alexa could never. I fucking hate flying. Could never be me. Sid would be jealous of the way that airship flies, so Taru has outdone herself. Here we are on Aziz's Law. Altheon's report did not do the scale of this place. Have you never been here before, Alize? Oh yeah, this place is huge and it sucks. Welcome to the party, pal! This appears to be Helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. To the east lies the Beta. I believe I have my bearings, so this is my first time I have some familiarity with the place thanks to the records in the Crystal Tower. This path leads to an Aetheryte. We can't see that, though. Our using eyes does go crazy. Beyond which there will be an information terminal. I suggest we begin our search there. Easy enough. Sorry, it's really funny watching the Crystal Exarch run after me at a full-blown sprint. Maybe we should use a different... No. We're gonna use this one. Yeah, I like this minion. Wait a minute. I can fly here, can't I? Big bird! Yeah, what am I doing? The little... He's running as fast as his tiny little legs can carry him. We're time for our authority on Allagan artifacts. Alright, yeah, let's see it, Gratatia. Show your skills. A moment while I search the archives for references to tempering. Dominique, have you played before? Or will this be your first time? Iconic corruption, an overview. Let us see what this report has to say. The contents appear to have been deleted. Well, check the recycle bin. So there's something you can do. Yes! Check the recycle bin. Not from here. It may be that another copy of the report exists elsewhere. The question is where to look. It says here the report was written by someone named Owen. That's like... such an anachronistically normal name. Likely that he kept a copy. I'm gonna assume Owen is dead. Assuming he was a researcher here, he will have had quarters on the Habisphere. Oh, you want us to find and loot his room. Got it. Reach our destination. You already have a suitable means of transport. No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship. Okay, so I can just fly. Because I'm special able. I run it through Steam myself, yeah. I think it's easier having all of my games in one spot, personally. This gives me like such fond memories of doing the Warring Triad extremes, actually. I really liked those sequences. If you make the account that's tied to your Steam may not be able to log in if you opt for like the standalone installer. You might use a different one. I don't really know how that works. So hopefully it just works totally fine. I'm lost. I'm gonna go through here and hope that this is correct. I don't think it is. Oh, nice. Okay, so we are at least pretty close. All right, so was lost, but still ended up at the proper destination. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. It locks your license to Steam. So what does that mean, Arya? Yeah, can you elaborate on that? Can only buy expansions on Steam. Okay, so there's no like, here I am on Steam, but I'm gonna buy Dawn Trail through like the PC launcher. Interesting. Okay. That doesn't feel like it should be a deal breaker. The late Owen did indeed have a chamber. This node will be able to tell us its number. I love the idea that we're just ransacking this guy's room. Hey, you deleted this file. Did you like print it out beforehand, maybe? I bought Dawn Trail and have it on Steam, so it's not much of an issue. You can't get the standalone experience. You have. I feel, yeah. Well, I feel like that would be pretty reasonable if you own the base game on Steam. Yeah, I've gone through Steam for all of my expansions. Of the layout, it should be somewhere in the vicinity. An evacuation order is presently in effect. Entry to the Habisphere is not permitted at this time. The order would have been imposed during the 4th Umbral Calamity. I doubt it will be lifted in the near future. Can we hack it though? Energy level critical, returning to base for recharge. There's gotta be something we can do. force. There we go, Alize. Oh. Ugh. That's my little sister. Resort to that, I have an idea. If we send a surge of energy through the control mechanism, it should prompt the system to restart. A concentrated lightning shard might suffice. I seem to recall there are no uniform points of stagnant ether throughout the continent. Okay, so we're gonna pick these up and then blast the control panel. You seem to recall. Are you honestly telling me that was in the records? He's just smart, Alize. He's him just cat. A report sent to the capital mentioned lightning aspected ether was prone to cooling, resulting in surges that interfere with the equipment. Oh, he's kind of how you don't buy access codes and tie them to a single account. Oh. I guess I'd never really thought about it before. I don't know. I just go through Steam because it's easy. I like having all my stuff in one spot. Minor detail I grant you, but in my role as caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there was no such thing as too much elegant. Besides, my studies helped me feel connected to the source. I love him. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with the two of you is just more exhilarating than I can promise. Now then, the lightning shard. I suggest we split up and search the Beta Quadrant. Beware of sprites. They want to manifest where the ether is stagnant. So we'll probably need to kill some things, pick up some things, and come back. Easy. Now you're just showing off, which makes me think we should make a contest of this. The first to return with the shard wins. I don't need to compete. Okay, I guess we do. It would be my honor to come third! Oh, wait, no, he's like, why is he kind of perfect? I think he might be kind of perfect. So I'm gonna go over this cliff. Yeah. First got the game when I went into. Wait, Thon, you had like a physical copy of like the original Final Fantasy? That's so sick, actually. I think I need to be in a cave for this. Yeah. AR7. That's still really cool though. Wait, can I bring my bird out? It's bird time. The bird does not seem to be interested in helping. Is my bird attacking anything? I guess he must be. Just kind of seems like he's loping around. So am I the first person to find the shard? Do I win the contest? Is Graha the disembodied voice? Because I swear to God, he did this when we were looking for stuff in the original ARR Crystal Tower raid sequence. He like beat us to something and then was like, ho ho, well done, haha, and then like left it for us or something. That was quite a show, but the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of the prize slipped from my mind. It has to be him! I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the lightning shard. I swear this is the same text as it was from when we were gathering crystals for Crystal Tower. I knew it. I knew it. I know you too well, cat boy. You're my cat. I know you too well. I'm gonna fucking get you. You remember that? Yeah. In my defense, I was caught up in the moment. It isn't every day you meet an honest-to-God's hero after... We've been together for the last, like, 6 months in game time. Grah, I swear to God. The contest continues, so you'd better hurry back. But one last thing. Thank you for bringing me here. He's cute. No, honestly, it's like guy who met honest to God's hero like 8 months ago and is still processing it. I understand it wasn't like him that we met, but he's got the Exarch's memories and their souls have combined, so I feel like it counts. At least they had no luck, so victory is yours. Yeah, that's for you. Do something cool. What is it that makes you so much better at finding things? What do you have that I don't? That is a question I too have asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect we could both learn a great deal from them, and not only about the secrets of adventuring. What does that mean? Come, we should attend to our mission. Being in like an adventuring group with these two is honestly really sick. I think it could only be better if Thancred were here. I love these guys. The system responded exactly as intended. We now have access to the hemisphere. Only one obstacle remains: the security systems. Should they be triggered, they could make life rather difficult for us. Well, I'm strong. So, in light of which, pray leave the rest to me. If I am right, my royal blood should allow me to venture in unmolested. Oh, I was ready to fight. You think you can finesse this? Assuming this place works like the Crystal Tower, yes, but if it doesn't, you'll be on your own. I want you to promise us you'll get out at the first sign of trouble. He's just gonna waltz right in? Nothing for it but to sit tight, I suppose. Was her red mage weapon always pink? Because I think that looks fantastic. I love the Scion dynamics, Arya. I especially like the relationship between my Warrior of Light and Alize. I'm sure this Owen fellow was very learned, but iconic corruption sounds like a studium thesis. We all had to write one. Mine was about the combat applications of Aether. I'm nothing if not practical. You are perfect, baby girl. Alphinos was more philosophical, political, dare I say. He chose to write a lengthy discourse on our nation's duty to the world. A controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted that Charlane's knowledge should rightly be used to protect all life on the star, in direct opposition to the country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the Forum, our father was not happy. At the time, of course, Alfina was utterly convinced of his views and would cheerfully argue to the death with anyone who saw differently, by which I mean the rows were long. To be fair to him, though, he's since learned to be a little more open-minded, but deep down he still holds fast to that one belief, and I admire him for it. Not that she'd ever say that to his face, though. I should have liked to meet the young Alfina. No, he's way better now. For what it's worth, my thesis concerned the Allegan civilization as depicted in folklore. So, Charlane, then, is an area that we have not been to, right? But everyone, these, like, most of the Scions are either from there or studied there, it sounds like. Didn't know you attended the studium. I feel like we knew that from Kryl. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the Students of Baldesion convinced me to write one with the promise of unfettered access to forbidden tomes. Though While I considered it no more than a means to an end, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged. I shudder to imagine the work involved. But is this the... You gave us an orb. Look, everyone. The cat brought us a ball. Owen's archive node, which was waiting for me in his chamber. If a copy of his report still survives, it would be stored in this device. Let's snoop. The students of Adesina from there. Yeah, Kryl has talked about it. Oh, like, Charlene has come up a lot. And it has come up, like, since the beginning, I think. But I don't believe I've been there, so I'm having a harder time, like, placing its relevance. Like, is it a nation? Is it, like, Doma? Or, like, where is it? I don't know. So we'll see. But I remember getting some students of Baldesian info from Eureka as well, so. And Kryl mentioned Graha in Eureka, so. Not that he was in Eureka, but she talked about having worked with him in Eureka when we were there, so. User not found. To proceed to the guest, complete biometric authentication. Okay, Graha, show us how it's done. Authentication complete. Guest identified as member of the royal family. I am at your most humble service, Your Highness. Woo! Never ceases to amuse me. 'Tis but a pity the effect will not last forever. Well, why won't it? Doga and Une said as much when they granted me this gift. But until such time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Okay. I imagine we've probably got a decent amount of time left in us. Search archive for iconic corruption. And they found it. The report is locked by the author. Please stay past. Who's out here putting passwords on their documents? This is not helpful for me. I want to snoop. I want to creep and steal. What are these passwords for? Hi, Taco. I'm good. How are you? Go on then, Your Highness. Tell the nice node the password. It's gotta be like Owen's birthday or something. Right, let's see. Glory be to Alag. Kind of a mouthful for a password, don't you think? Long live Emperor's honey, this is not how, yeah. Oh, you're cute though. Password incorrect, please try again. I hope this isn't the type of thing that will like lock you out after a certain number of unsuccessful attempts. Passwords are invariably short and simple. For instance, there's no way. If she says 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, Fandango, if you're onto something, no way. You're fucking with me. There's no way this works. That whole bit had Manderville energy, by the way. Dude, not a chance, Alize! There's no way the password is password. She got yelled at by the orb! The notion that the password could be something so inane would be laughable were it not dangerously stupid. Your conduct in the presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden. Okay, Alize, you can destroy it now. What did that thing just call me? That's what I'm saying. Now she resorts to force. Why the fuck do I look qualified to guess at a password? Well, courage would feel like a terrifically banal option, so I guess we'll just... I don't even know what Wild Rose is. That's something I'm meant to remember. I don't, but I guess we'll pick that. We'll just say words. Password incorrect. Be more than any further inappropriate behavior in the presence of His Highness will not be tolerated. I say we dismantle it and manually extract what we need. I'm with Alize on this one. A single misstep and we risk losing the report altogether. Okay, well then what option do you suggest, Your Highness? There's a dude in one of the Deus Ex games who is notoriously a fucking moron! And when you break into his house, his door password is 123. It's actually really funny though. I've never played a Deus Ex game. Are they fun? Well, it has to be a reference to something because I'm pretty sure I have a glamour set that's like Wild Rose something or other. I just wasn't sure if it was like relevant to whatever we were doing in Aziz Law or like a callback to something else. It's Final Fantasy II and a passphrase for the silence. Interesting. I believe this may be a task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax Machina into cooperating, it is them. Alright. We can pass the buck. We can make this somebody else's problems. Let us bear the node back to the Rising Stones. There's like one brain cell between the three of us. And I think Graha has it, and Alize and I are just empty brained. I've got enough. God, this makes me want pudding. I'll just take the money. The food in this game always makes me want pudding. I'll let Sid try his hand first, but if that doesn't work, we're doing it my way. I should probably mention that I have yet to meet Sid since waking up. I feel like that's the kind of thing we should have done earlier. Rambros did send word to the Ironworks, but it appears our friend has been afield on urgent business. I assure you my proposal to seek his help is no pretext, however much I might look forward to seeing him again. Him and everyone. Man, so he woke up and just immediately got back to work. Like, hasn't taken any time for himself at all. That's crazy. I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have that rise and grind hustle in me. Look at him all but running. How sweet. It wouldn't do to keep him waiting, shall we? Alright, so if we are going back to the Rising Stones... that will be more Dona. What was the issue with your first account, Amy? Was it like tied to a free trial that you didn't have anymore? Take it you have news to share, so do I. The mission was a success and in small part due to Bonanza. Hilarious name for a ship, by the way. What was decided at the council? Large lowborn presents to Jesus! This note is classist! No, I want to talk to Groth, thank you. Tataru contacted Sid on our behalf. He is on his way here even as we speak. I should very much like to hear what transpired at the Alliance Council. Would you be so kind? Oh, yeah. Please tell me it's voiced. Please tell me it's voiced. Damn. That sucks. Suspicious activity. Maybe someone hacked your account, Dominique. That could have happened. Yeah, someone might have got in there. The meeting was convened to discuss how best to respond to recent events in Garlemald. According to intelligence from our Doman allies, the War of Succession rages on and the Empire remains without a leader. Amidst the chaos, the Imperial legions in the provinces have begun to move independently of the motherland. Of greatest concern to us is the third. I swear to God, I almost said Illard. A legion aligned with Lord Nerva. It appears they have received substantial financial backing from House Brutus, which would be Asahi's house, which would be Fandaniel. Aren't they the ones who took in Yotsuyu and Asahi? Yes. I don't think it does. Xenos' movements remain shrouded in mystery. Yeah, because he's not moving. He's lounging on the throne, bored and sexually frustrated. We're hoping that Thancred and Urianger will be able to shed some light on his activities when they return. Until such time as they do, the Allied leaders feel it would be unwise to interfere in the conflict, and so thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal from Gimlet, they have decided to turn their attention to the primal problem once more. Do we still have a primal problem? Working with friendly factions among the beast tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues for peace. Given the timing, I suspect they wish to put their respective houses in order ahead of a decisive clash with the Empire. Whatever their intent, this is not a problem easily solved. The Luminsons struggle in their efforts, and Alfinad and Y'shtola have been called upon to aid them. As long as we are dealing with the tempered, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will avail us. Yeah. They are basically brainwashed, so... But if we can develop a treatment, then anything is possible. Which is why we must succeed. On that cheery note, why not make yourselves comfortable in Dawn's respite? I'll show Sid in as soon as he arrives. Okay. Raha made himself useful? Yeah, he did. He's royalty there. Cozier than ever, huh? All right. Well, I'll be the judge of that. Mochi is flat. He's so flat right now. As important as Gabu is to me, I know only too well how much more is at stake. A cure could change the whole world. Is this node gonna say something rude? His Highness is exhibiting elevated blood pressure. Why is that? He's excited to see Sid. That's really sweet, actually. Wait, this cat's really good! This music's already off to a good start. Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner. As you may have heard, we've had our hands full. When do you not? In our defense, you are up rather early. I was under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. I wonder how much time has actually passed since when he went in to now. I would have been had you not fulfilled your promise. I still struggle with that idea. From where I stand, the secrets of traversing time and space seem exactly as unfathomable as they ever did. But if an alternate version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say that frees me up to concentrate on other endeavors. Speaking of which, you wanted my help with something. Yeah! We need you to hack this node so we can steal somebody's homework. A treatment for tempering, and for the next step you need to find the password to this Allegans report. With nary a clue to guide us, we could be here forever and still not guess correctly, and thus we turned to you. I'd love to say we could help you, so I will! Once suitably configured, a Magitech terminal should make short work of identifying the password. Sick! Alright, so we won't really even need to worry about this. Anticipating that it might be of use, I took the liberty of borrowing a tombstone from Rambrose. It contains an Allegan dictionary. The cat came prepared. I'll transfer the information to a terminal and set it to work right away. Did it just ding like a microwave? Or a toaster oven? Looks like it's finished. Freedom. The password is free. Eagle screeching in the background. Short and simple, just as I said. Would you care to do the honors, Your Highness? I hope she calls him that forever. I would, milady. They're so cute. Makes you want, like, pastry or something. I have some potato cakes I could put in the air fryer. I have to have potato cakes. I have leftover pizza I can heat up for lunch. Yes. Open the report entitled Iconic Corruption and Overview Password Freedom. I like that they actually transcribe bloop. Opening report. I don't know what I expected, but this was not it. This report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanism by which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. The phenomenon we call corruption refers to the alteration of the ether of the soul. Fancy! Said ether ordinarily exists in equilibrium, no one element being more prominent than another. But when a subject is exposed to the ether of an icon, this changes, their soul taking on the properties of the entity in question. Is that Sephiroth? Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. For a second, I thought it was supposed to be Zodiark, but I was like, this looks like my Sephiroth, and it is. Exposure to the ether of the fiend Sephiroth would cause the subject's ether to become aligned with the element of earth. I love this 16. This is still one of the best ones they've ever done. As a consequence, the subject would attain heightened affinity with earth-aspected magics, as well as preternatural levels of endurance. Repeated exposure would further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the subject's very flesh. Creature. The changes undergone by the subject are not solely attributable to elemental alignment. Further testing has determined the subject's soul becomes umbrally charged or stagnant during the process. Should I be writing this down? The stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, the thoughts of whom come to consume their entire existence. In this manner did the corrupted become worshippers, their prayers serving to further empower the entity. Sephiroth's Extreme also has like one of the best themes they've ever done for the trials, I think. So fucking, like, it has no reason to go as hard as it does, but it fucking rules. We should do Sephiroth mine. I really like Sephiroth. Having discerned the mechanism of iconic corruption, my colleagues and I set out to develop a material capable of shielding one from its effects, an endeavor in which we were successful, albeit at great cost. In the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men and women all, fell victim to corruption, and in accordance with protocol, they were summarily put to death! Fandango, there's an unreal Sephiroth. How do I get that? How do I get that? How do I get that? Not anymore! What do you mean, not anymore? They introduced content and took it away? Why? Why? I'm pouting. I'm sulking and frowning. They rotate.
I won!
Elisa. Hi. 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 Thank you so much for subscribing. Oh my god, almost at 2 years. Elisa, how have you been? What's going on? How's your day been? Next is probably Suzaku. I wasn't really, like, passionate about any of the Stormblood extremes. I was really passionate about Thornton and Hog. And I quite like Hades. And I have a feeling I'll really be into Seed of Sacrifice, but I haven't gotten there yet. Survive. Thank you. It's Howl's cardigan. It's been so, like, the weather is really dry, but it's so windy that it's cold. So we cozy maxing today. But so yeah, surviving also. Feels like that's gonna be the theme of this year, perhaps. It's heckin' windy. Byaku's a boring fight, but it's cool thematically. I just wasn't really into any of the Four Lords. In the same way that I was really into the Warring Triads. I thought Heavensward did those extremes really well. But I just wasn't super, I don't know, not passionate about it, I guess. None of the fights really made me go, wow, this is cool. And I've done a lot of them, and many of them synced, so. I thought Innocence X was too easy. That seemed really uncomplicated, so I might have to do that one mine and see if it feels any different. Yeah, it's crazy. I was talking earlier about how I need to find a place to like put a humidifier, but I no longer have like a good location for one because my plants are directly above my books. So it's like the humidifier can't be where the plants are because books are there, but it can't be over here because electronics are here, and it can't be on the nightstand because there's already stuff on the nightstand. So what do? I just suffer, I guess. Just like boil some fucking water on the stove in a pot and put my face over it every so often. I subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures for corruption, but it was rejected, deemed non-essential by Lord Amon. That's a boss in the Crystal Tower. Amon. Curtain call. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested the decision. For my impertinence, I have been stripped of rank and title and will shortly be expelled from this facility? In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I record it in the hope that one day someone will undertake to do that which I could not and find a cure for the victims of iconic corruption. End recording. Started machinist just to be able to wear Amon's hat. Yeah, Zithwan, what's it like being able to wear hats? What's that like? Yeah, all hair available to you, all hats. You must be, yeah, lording it over me as Hrothgar and Viera continue to suffer. Sometimes I think about going back to Mikote so I can wear certain hats. I don't get it. If modders can do it, why can't Square Enix? I wish someone could explain it to me. There are things you can buy with real money from the shop using your dollars, your actual currency, and your character may not be able to wear the whole thing. Drives me insane. Male Duskwhite Elezen. One of my really good friends plays as a male Duskwhite Elezen, and I harassed him until he sent me like the data file for his face sliders because I've never seen a more beautiful male Elezen in the game. And every fucking time I was like, give me your fucking give me the fucking give me the fucking and he finally did. So I've got a template for a gorgeous Elezen. I never said I want to plagiarize him. Or maybe he fantasias away and then I just sneak right in. Wants everyone to be drives me crazy. I can't even have, my bunny would look fucking fire with Amaric's hair. I own Amaric's hair. Bunny can't wear it. I paid money for that. Cut holes in it. It can't be that hard. Whatever. Hashtag not a game developer. Just a really entitled player, I guess. Reason they added a whole new function to try out store gear. But I have used that also. That function has been really useful for me, but they don't have one for the rest, don't they? Do they still make you buy a whole male-only set to get that hair for me? Yes. Yes, they do. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure, Penny. Although they've gotten better in recent patches about making some of the sets less locked, less exclusive, more flexible. But there's still some work to be done, I think. You have to go to the market board or have someone link the... Oh my god, you're so right. I keep thinking about trying on an item that's already in my inventory, but if you don't own it, you have to go to the market board. Oh my god! I don't get it. I don't get it! I'm just thinking about all the stuff I could try on now if I knew that it existed without having to fucking find it or hunt it down first. Or if I didn't, like, see someone run by and go, ooh, they got that shit on, what are they wearing? And, like, look it up. This will be expunged in the archives. I record in the hope that one day someone will undertake to do that, which I could not, and find a cure. Okay, so this dude did research, got a lot of people killed, took the results to his boss. His boss said, and then kicked him out. Typical boss behavior. The Allegans needed a Luigi. Not even the Allegans were able to find a cure, or rather were not given the chance to do so. One cannot help but wonder what motivated Lord Amon's decision. Money, probably. I don't know. If Boss Amon is anything like real Amon, he was kind of a weird fucking guy, so... Whimsy seems motivated by whimsy. More importantly, this confirms that stagnation is indeed the problem, and Angelo can... I fucking hate that her pig is just named Angelo. Like, I would almost rather the pig have no name at all. Also, we're gonna take a break in a couple minutes. I'm gonna make more tea. Were we simply to reanimate a tempered soul, I fear it would do naught to diminish the individual's fanatical faith. It may well intensify it. We would somehow need... Sorry, I heard a clonking sound from outside. We would somehow need to suppress the primal's hold over the subject at the same time. Oh, I wonder if my package came! Or risk them ever remaining in its thrall. Well, then we need to realize... Interesting. Hear me out. I would posit that the way that this game is currently framing iconic corruption is somewhat analogous to the way that Dark Souls 2 approaches the concept of hollowing. If it's going to be tied somewhat innately to your own identity and your own understanding of yourself and who you are. It also exists outside of you, but without that to anchor you, you will somewhat succumb to it. Hey, no, that might be kind of sick, actually. I love that. The Dark Souls 2 does have my favorite interpretation of hollowing, so. We're gonna go with option 2. Course. Memory transference. Wasn't that like quite painstaking? Didn't that also involve a lot of your blood? The process has the effect of compartmentalizing memories, separating them into manageable bundles, if you will. By adapting the technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation, limit the effects to only those memories that existed prior to tempering. Through thus restoring the sense of self, we could theoretically drown out the incitements of false faith which had come to dominate the individual's thoughts. The theory seems sound. Our experience treating the light corrupted would help us identify suitable memories for reanimation. But are you confident you can adapt memory transference as required? I seem to recall your attempts to do so while trying to bring us home culminated in literal bloodletting. Thank you, Alize. I'm like, Cat, maybe we don't, like... Can we do it without your blood, though? They did. Despite my best efforts, I could not recreate the mechanism, and I concede that the rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide the basis for a cure. Perhaps it is better we consider another approach. Why is he always, like, so willing to sacrifice himself for the betterment of others? Your doubts are understandable, but this time I believe we have reason to be confident. Notes such as this were built with the ability to simulate. This has been a long cutscene. This has been a lot to read. I am definitely going to need tea when it's over. Which leads me to believe that it may be capable of performing simulations of the transference technique. If so, we would be able to conduct a year's worth of tests within the space of a few days. In theory, it would be no different from how we identified the password, but it'll take more calculating power. A lot more. I honestly couldn't say whether our equipment would be up to the task. Why do you suppose Owen locked his report behind a password? He was probably trying to hide it from, like, associates of Amon or his who would have seeked to have purged it. To keep it from prying eyes! That's what I'm saying! A password that could be guessed by anyone with leisure and a dictionary wouldn't keep it from a person minded to look. He wanted his report to be seen by those who strive for freedom. Not unlike the members of a certain distinguished engineering collective, I believe their motto was freedom through technology or some such. So smarmy. Round up as many Magitech terminals as you can find and bring them to the workshop. Oh my god, is it tea time? Please tell me it's tea time. Things are about to get very busy. Lucky we have you to... Well, maybe you're on your own for this one, Sid. Okay, perfect. This is going to be where we take our next break. I am going to make tea because I need it quite desperately, and maybe I'll have a handful of blueberries or a piece of chocolate as well. We will be back when the music is over. Please enjoy the song. Get up and stretch. Get some water. Say hi to a friend. Kiss a pet. Mochi is hugging his own feet. God, he's so perfect. My awful, awful son. Okay, hang on, I'm sorry. Do you fucking know what he did? Do you fucking know what he did 2 days ago? It's Wednesday. It's Tuesday? Whatever. We're playing D&D. And before D&D, we get rotisserie chicken in a bag from Costco. And we're preparing the chicken. And the chicken's on the counter. And I'm playing D&D. And we're going back and forth. And Mochi is sleeping in the other room. And we start preparing things. And I hear screaming from the kitchen suddenly. I think, what the fuck? What is going on? Race out. There's the bag of chicken on the counter. But one side of the bag has been torn open, and Mochi has managed to consume what I would estimate to be between 7 to 9% of a fully cooked rotisserie chicken. I was disgusted with him. I had to bring the bag back and like show my D&D. I was like, look what he did! Look! Oh, I hate him so. His face smelled like chicken for hours. Oh my God, it was so bad. And people were like, well, why'd you leave it on the counter? Why didn't you put it in the microwave? Because the microwave is full of all of the bread that we have to lock up, or he'll get into that instead. I hate him. I hate him so much. Okay, now we're taking a break. It was fantastic. It was so much chicken. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And it's like, he power chewed it because he was asleep. And then I came back to my room, and then my mom got up, and in between like the shift change, he went out there and just started fucking gnawing it down. Like he was only unsupervised for maybe 2 minutes. And in that span of time, like just went for it, whatever. It's honestly kind of admirable, but I still hate him and think he's foul. Hopefully if he wakes up, I can show him off and shake him around a little bit. Okay, it's tea time now. My throat hurts. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Enjoy the music, and we'll be back. We'll return. Thanks for your patience, everybody. It took a little bit longer for the water to boil than I thought that it would, and also I had a snack. So, the break was extended by like 90 seconds. Sorry about that. I mean, did you getter your dog? Did your dog attack you because you gettered him? What was your dog doing? All right. I've got the tea. It is a cinnamon spice. I'm very excited. I also the camera has not shut off because of a high temp warning, which means if we can get through Resident Evil tomorrow and a Resident Evil on Sunday without it bugging, we will have fixed the problem, which is very exciting. You have no. I don't want permanently extended breaks. That feels indulgent and slacking. Mom Trots is in the backyard, so he wants to be out there. But it's cold, so he wants to be inside. But he wants to. Mochi does this thing where house is warm, garage is cold. And Mochi goes through his cat door into the garage. He chooses to do this. He makes this decision. He exits the home, slinks through the door, enters the garage. It's cold. He goes, meow. And, oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Did I wake you? And just starts fucking screaming out there because it's cold and he wants me to do something about it. And I say, fucking come back inside. No, he doesn't want to come back. He wants the garage to be warm. Not come back into house. Warm garage. And he just stands there and fucking howls until he decides he's had enough and then comes back inside against his will. That's why you do. No. Hey, what color should I paint my nails this weekend? I was torn between either like a glittery, like neutral gold or like a pink to blue holographic. I do have a purple, and the purple is always a nice one. But I did purple and gold, purple and red metallic last week. So maybe something a little bit different. It's really sick. I have a little bit of trouble with that particular polish manufacturer because for me, their polish goes on really thick. It's really hard for me to get a thin layer out of it. But that would look really nice and my nails are a little bit longer right now. So the trick is to tell them the rotisserie chicken is... Oh, God. Fandango, I had to get special trash cans with lids because otherwise he would quite literally go dumpster diving. And for what? Why? What is even the point of any of it? I shall be of whatever help I can. I believe you. I believe you, Cryle. Magitech terminals won't come cheap. She doesn't want to spend the money. Girl, me too. Tataru is me in any situation. Like me having to replace something that's broken or completely outworn or like doesn't fit anymore, has holes in it. I'm like, but what if I didn't spend the money? What if I kept the money? What if I not spend the money? And then it's terrible. As with our first, we're not going back into the labyrinth of the ancients, are we? As with our first foray into the labyrinth, we seek to venture into the unknown. In order to succeed, we require not only knowledge and preparation, but daring besides. Just like, I swear to God, I read that as darling. I thought he was calling me darling, and I think my heart skipped a beat. Oh, is this node gonna say some bullshit? Ha! Finally, the node shut up. No bullshit from the node. While Graha and I configured the terminals, I want the rest of you to procure supplies, ceruleum to fuel the terminals, and ice shards to keep them cool. The more we have of both, the better. Cryo will get the ice shards with Tataru, it seems. Which means Alize and I can get the ceruleum. And hopefully this little fetch questy bit won't take too long. I always forget how slow the initial start of a patch is. I always want to get right into the action. Take them to Skysteel Man. I get to go back to Ishgard. That's where my husband lives. Sometimes I think evil thoughts to myself, like I should go back to Ishgard and learn Machinist. Which is honestly a thought I've been having ever since I had Machinist by Japanese Breakfast on repeat for like several hours the other day. It's one of my favorite songs by her. It's so good. People there will give you what we need. Sure. Yours is a well-known face in the Holy See. If it's all the same to you, I'll head to the... Yeah, I get to go to Ishgard! Oh my god, can I take Raha to Ishgard? No, he's gonna stay with Sid. Damn, that's too bad. Ugh. Well, okay. I'm going to Ishgard. I keep forgetting it's been like 3 expansions and I still forget it's called Foundation. I always like Foundation. What I don't need it. Where's Ishgard? This is Ishgard. Oh, Drazar, enjoy your streak. Thanks for watching for as much as you did. I'm just gonna run to it. Sheeshgard. Yeeshgard. I love Ishgard. This is still my favorite. I really love the Crystarium. I think I might like the Crystarium more than Ishgard, but Heaven's Word is still such a fucking solid expansion. The bid for the half. Jonathan, shortcut. With what money am I putting a bid in on a house? Honey, with what money? I have like 1.2 million guild in my name right now. That's all I've got. I'm broke because I'm not a crafter! I never have money! I'm not a crafter! Tough. One day I'll be a crafter, maybe, but not anytime soon. We'll probably have a house by then, so... Oh, let's see. Let's see how much money I have when we get out of this little dialogue scene. Let's see. My prospectometer seems rather fond of you. I bet your prospectometer is... Yo, are you happy to see me, or is that a prospectometer in your pocket? Odd garb, striking presence. Would I be right in assuming that you are the outsider who helped save Ishgard? Is it just me, or is this fucking contraption loud as shit? Just in the background hissing and thunking? My prospectometer seldom lies. You have made the right choice in visiting our humble workshop. Well, that's the thing. When I need stuff, I just go to my friends and I'm like, will you make me some clothes? Can I have some food? I ran out of food. Will you cook me some buffs, please? Hey, I need a pair of shoes that match this outfit. I need a necklace that goes with this ensemble, and all of my friends just, it's great. The machine here is so fucking loud! Okay, thank you. Hissing and thunking. I'll get out of here as fast as I can. Well, I mean, miracles born from ether. Yeah, we also bore, like, horribly loud, noisy machines. Cannons, ballistas. We're gonna slay dragons, which we don't need to do anymore, because the war is over. We accept Oh, wait, you're not even the dude who gives me the stuff! You're trying to trick me into becoming a machinist! Oh! Triggered! Goddard! Schemed on! Not today. Later. Stefana VN. Later. What if I talk to this guy all the way over here? Is the machine gonna be quieter? But you tricked me! So I do actually think it's quieter, but he's too far below me, so... Yeah, just give me this fucking shit. Give me your stuff from a lot. I don't need from a little. I need from a lot. Of ceruleum, that is. No, engineer, airship landing. Okay. If I were an airship landing, would I be on the 2nd floor of this building? No. What? Oh my god. Thank goodness we have silenced the cacophony. Sheesh. I don't even know where the airship landing. Okay, it's past Fort Thomas Manor. I almost became a machinist just then. Like I've got the fucking armoire space for literally any other class. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yeah, that's tough. All this time I spend in Ishgard and I still can't fucking walk around in it. Nope, okay, that's not right either. Just kidding. Hang on, let me check something real quick. I'm gonna pop us over to the place, and then I'm gonna respond to text messages. Every time I come to Ishgard, I feel like I need a new glamour. There. Okay, so if we'd gone to the astrologian place, we would have been closer. Listen. I don't need to read maps. I don't need to become adept at navigating. I just need to flail and sprint in directions that seem okay, and eventually we'll reach our destination. Give me a second. The price has shot up. That's fine. I'm not paying. Sid's paying. It's his bank account. Now that it's a problem, it's as good as gold. Give me the stuff. Does he look like a fucking masked caper? Does he think he's fucking Robin? What's he wearing? What is
My friend! After the disappointment of not seeing you in Alamigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places.
That's my husband. That's my guy. I need you all to understand. I was basically like, okay, we're never. I had accepted and wept over the reality that I would probably never fucking see him again, because this game has just like kind of forgotten he exists, but I will never forget he exists. And now he's here and I get to see him. My friend, okay. She knows. She knows what we are. I would have gone to the meeting if I'd known you would be there. Oh my god. Good fortune to chance upon you in my room
As you may
later.
have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem.
Yeah, I've got a problem only you can address. It's in my pants. Busy running in. Whatever, man! Why do they gotta keep him locked up? Why can't I ever fucking see him?
To that end,
so
have I
great.
invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course.
Hi, Big Bird. It's nice to see
Since
you.
the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to
That's
find.
a euphemism, by the way, because Aimeric might be my husband, but Estinian is his boyfriend. So, I've seen him. We asked him for help, and he said, "Nah, I did enough." He left. God, I love Estinian so much. Twitch said, that's enough TOS violations for one afternoon block. I can track him down.
I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you?
Oh yeah, I'll pass on your regards, all right.
But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day?
Well, you see, Lord Commander, Lord Speaker, Aymeric de Burrell. I need cock. Anyway. Yo, my prospectometer? Ding, 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 making fucking Geiger counter sounds.
A cure for tempering. You never cease to amaze me.
I know.
Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Bunny emotes so infrequently, but get Bunny around Aymeric, he's all smiles. Prostate! Penny, that joke was legitimately so good, I can't follow it up. Like, there's nothing I can do to, like, drag the bit out and make it better. It's good as it is. I can only make it worse, actually.
Very well. You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it.
Oh, I have an airship. But I'll take yours anyway. I feel like Lucia is just looking at me and looking at Aymeric and just hearing repeatedly the sound that Among Us makes when the game starts. Like, just like that, like, menacing, like, imposter sound. God, give me your everything. I should cut my hair. I should get bangs.
In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
The mullet didn't look as good on me as it does on him. I gnashed my teeth and rend my clothes over that reality every day of my life. I hate that I'm not a fictional man. They take him away? Oh, thank God. No, I don't want to leave yet! Bad game. We should make I Need Cock a sound winner redemption. Why can't I? Why not? You're not the cops. You can't tell me what to do. Why does Alize look sad? Why does my girl look so sad? Oh, maybe she's just tired. Okay.
Who would have thought ceruleum weighed so much? Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
I mean, you're always trying to prove something, baby girl. Now you're sore and I'm not.
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more now that I look at it.
It's true growth, Entrots.
Lord Aymeric, eh? And entirely by chance. Ha! Some people have all the luck.
Okay, am I fucking hallucinating? Or does this not sound like Sid? Did Sid's voice actor change in the last 30 minutes? This does not sound like Sid. Yeah, Sid, he's spoken for, first of all. Secondly, not luck, totally planned. What is this? Who is this? I guess he wasn't voiced in the last cutscene we heard. This doesn't sound like the typical Sid guy. I think Sid changed. Kind of forgot what he sounds like. He's usually not voiced. Arya thinks, I feel like I'm right. Yeah, because I can remember and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful. This is not the same guy. But that's AR, huh? I guess maybe I have no idea what Sid is supposed to sound like outside of ARR then. Because we wouldn't have heard him at all in Shadowbringers. We would have heard him a little bit in Stormblood when Shinryu was released. But I guess I just don't know what he sounds like anymore. Okay.
We have also succeeded in configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
You didn't have... Wow, so it's just been that long. Okay. You're fucking with me!
It's been a while, hero. You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering.
All right, so #1 divorced couple in Eorzea, back at it again. Here they are, reunited at last. Wesker? Who's Wesker? Is this the first time Nero? This is not the first time we've heard Nero's voice. It can't be. Oh, the geezer fucker. Yo, Arya, big win today for old men yaoi enthusiasts. Wesker, hardly know her. The last time I saw Nero, I'm pretty sure it was in the Omega trial. And Omega was telling us about fucking Kefka or whatever. And Nero goes, I don't know, man. Kefka kind of sounds like a neat guy. I think I kind of admire him. And we were all like, excuse me? The genocide clown? And I don't really know what he's been up to since then. So, Wesker, Resident Evil. Wait, this is the same person. That has to be intentional, I feel. That looks exactly like him. I legitimately thought when people started shouting about Wesker that Nero's voice actor must have been the same as this Wesker guy's, but now I see they're just clones.
But if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
Sid, I can't believe you're fucking this man. Like, I'm embarrassed for you. Where's your... Have you no shame?
For all the effort it took to track you down after your latest disappearing act, you could find the cure for death, and it wouldn't be worth the trouble.
I'm having a hard time listening. They don't sound like how I expected them to sound, but I guess it's just been that long since we've heard their actual voices.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate.
Yeah, Nero,
I'm
we
reliably
know.
informed
We
that
know what you
Garland
are.
and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel, not only across dimensions, but through time.
Nero's like, I only came because this cat boy told me that we're soulmates. Like, whatever, though. Like, I'm not gonna think about it. Beyond space and time, like, in all timelines and all possible, whatever. Like, I'm cool about it. Whatever.
Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Cannot believe they're like, we need to bring back the concept of shame because Sid needs to feel bad for this. Like, what is this, a Bitcoin mining rig? No! He would, though. He would.
Very well, then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
Look, he doesn't even push back enough for Sid. Wake up! You are dick whipped to within an inch of your life.
Whatever you say, Garland.
We need to stage an intervention.
If everyone's ready, let's begin.
Nero is so super into crypto and thinks AI is really cool. 100%, no doubt. And we just watch.
All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
Is it actually gonna, like, pause here? Wait, does that mean that the next thing is, like, kind of a big deal? If they're giving me a break... No! Okay, we're good. Alize and I sit, like, the same way. She's sleeping! Get this girl a bed!
Damn it. It's overloading.
What does that mean?
Chief! She won't last much longer!
Wedge continues to be, like, one of the best characters in the entire game.
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close! So very close!
I won't make the joke. But we're all on the same page about it.
Well, this is going swimmingly.
This dude is the worst. Useless!
Please, a moment longer. I beg you.
The jokes continue to write themselves.
There!
They're sex jokes.
I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
Wow, you're so cool. There's a part of me that feels like a little bad for any new lurkers or viewers we have who might be discovering the stream for the first time, hearing me like ruthlessly objectify Grahatia and tell Amaric I need his dick, but honestly I can't. It is truly like a trial by fire introduction to who I am as a person, so I guess I can't regret it too much. Are we actually gonna be able to do this then, Raha? Why does Nero look so bummed out by that, actually? Like, he's frowning. Brooding and frowning.
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
Well, these are people who may not have seen the way that I spoke to Tialie. Man, I don't want to think about the Elden Ring DLC or I'll get mad.
Don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at.
I'm sorry, Sid, if I close my eyes and listen to him, he sounds like, he sounds like a guy in a tavern who wants to give me a quest. Like, it's not, he doesn't, what is this voice?
This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
You guys can just build more. It's not a problem.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
Are we actually gonna be able to do this? No way, right? Snuck out to run some quick errands in the grocery. Had a DJ? In the grocery store. A performing DJ? Explain. Is it just the character of the street? Yeah. Yeah. What is it Popeye says? I am what I am. What I am is horny for fictional guys. Yeah. Pretty much. In the produce section. Like turntables and everything. What were they playing? Were they good? Oh, that remains to put it to use. I shall be praying for your success. Yeah, Kate, are you going to like punk us with the worst joke lead up ever? We didn't have to pay for the terminals, which is great, but I can't help but feel for my counterpart in the Ironwork. They'll live. Ironworks crew couldn't linger. Too much to do. Brief though our time together was, it was bloody good to see them. God, and he knew who Nero was also because Nero was in Crystal Tower. So Graha got to see him again and be like, wow, you're the same piece of shit you always have been. How nice to see you, Nero. Graha, you're a better person than I am. What's for dinner, Entrots? At long last, we have our cure. In theory, we cannot be certain until such time as we put it to the proof, but I'm quietly confident. If we're to try to test it on someone, then I suggest Gabu. His symptoms are relatively mild. Say as long as we're careful. As long as we exercise due caution, it will be fine. Let's make for Limsa. We've kept Gabu enough. Okay. And then, pacing-wise, can I get a Heaven's Door on what would be a good quest for us to call it at? I feel like after we turn this quest in, that's probably going to be a nice stopping point. But I figured I'd ask. If anyone in chat knows how this patch unfolds. Next question. Yes, I love it. You're playing Under Pressure. Ate shit on some... You fell? Kate, are you okay? Doubt I could contribute much towards what comes next. I will cheer you on. Best of luck. All right, Maelstrom Command. Now, I know where that is. We're going to take ourselves back to trusty old Limsa. Now, I have names turned off. Just because I feel... Fru? It has to be Fru. Ultimate Edenborn? Fuck! I don't know what that is. Oh, it is Fru. I didn't think they could make weapons that topped DSR for me. Well, I knew I was gonna have to be a Hex Legend, so it's fine. This isn't really like shocking news to me or anything, but fuck, that looks so good. I think those are the first Fru weapons I've seen out in the wild. I wonder how many people have even cleared it at this point. World's first was what, 2 weeks ago? Wow, those are... I'm sorry, these are gorgeous. I have names turned off for privacy, but I need you all to know I was in Limsa the other day and someone named Dad Kisser. And I was like, no, Dad Kisser, don't kiss my dad. No, no. Maelstrom Command is what, Aft Castle? That's why I keep dragging my feet about motherfucking UCOB, because all the weapons look goofy and silly. Because we're the ones that write it. Yeah, they locked bunnies behind a paywall because they knew people would pay for the bunnies. Xenos would pay for the bunnies. Just plain Alize is very fond of Gabu to the extent that I have a hand in it. I shall do all in my power to bring him back. This is the moment of truth. Okay, here we go! It's been over a month? I really do have no concept of time. Hey, Raining Weird, what's up? Creature.
Apologies for the wait.
This creature has the same energy that Mochi does. Just like small and gremlin-esque.
Gabu, have you been good?
She's such a good sibling.
Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
Fancy meeting you here.
The gang's all here. Except
Alphino,
for
Y'shtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
Except for Thancred and Urianger, who are indisposed.
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was cancelled.
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you.
Why do you just say it like that, bro? Quit espying me.
Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment?
We're about to find out.
Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
I don't understand it much myself, Alphino, but resident genius Raha says that it's working, so...
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul.
I hate that his name is Angelo. I hate it so much.
Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic.
Right, so it needs to be done at the same time. Also, yo, Drazar, nice Alamau, let's go.
Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
That's what I'm saying, girl.
Ah, nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye. As you say, both must be carried out simultaneously. And thus, I propose to imbue Angelo with the tempering treatment in much the same manner as I did the spirit vessels.
The pig? You're gonna imbue the pig.
By
Deeply
doing
unserious
so, we
thing.
also spare Graha the trouble of casting spell after spell. It's really rather efficient.
Oh, I think Raha'd be up to the task. Test
Be
him.
that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether. And, as I can no longer draw upon the Crystal Tower's stores of energy, I will be compelled to rely on those of others.
Well, I, for one, would be glad to assist.
Yeah, you can suck me dry, Graha. Of ether, of course.
As would I. Since the resumption of our duties, it has been naught but stuffy meetings, and I have ample ether to spare.
Excellent. With your permission, then, let us begin.
So are we actually going to see if it works now? You guys love me, though.
Yes, this will do.
Wait, does she have have like a little, like,
And now,
metal thing on her finger?
it's
That
my
looks really
turn.
cool. Oh, he's so cool. Oh, he's so cool.
'Tis done.
No small amount indeed.
Literally, yeah, yeah. Abby, we're all on the same page here.
Well, we seek to go where even the Allegans did not. It was never like to be easy. The rest is up to you, Alize. The treatment itself will take time and focus.
We're gonna move locations?
So we will need a quiet room. I'm sure our hosts can spare one.
Regular Maelstrom come in
I
in
will
the
go
back
with
like,
her.
hey, what the fuck's going on over
It may
there?
be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience and your faith.
Wait, I can't go? Listen, Cat Jesus, that's not cool. I want to go with you.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
'Twould seem our part is played. Let us find a place to recuperate while we wait for news.
Lurking gotta come back to it. No worries, Abby. I'm glad you thought it was funny. Good luck with your cleaning. Fuck. Penny, I bet that's legitimately it, too. They're like, guys, our budget's kind of... We're really... Let's just send them off screen. Can we follow up? Alize will succeed. I am certain of it. We need but have faith. It seems as good a spot as any to have any... We have to! I have to see if it worked. It had to have worked.
For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago. I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even. But Alize refused to give up.
I love their
She
relationship
struggled
between
and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation. However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better scion.
I love that they are so comfortable and close to us that they can open up like this, because we had Alize praising Alphinaud earlier in this quest sequence, and now we get Alphinaud's respect and admiration for Alize, and they'll never say it to each other. But I love hearing their perspectives. Well, what if they did say it to each other? Yeah, I think we should encourage them. Don't tell me, tell her.
I should, I know. Yet, despite my good intent, I have the feeling that I would only succeed in incurring her ire.
He'd say something nice about her and she'd punch. Like, I feel like she wouldn't know how to handle it, which, like, that's also me when I get compliments. I'm just like, hey, fuck off, die! Like, I don't know how to take it.
Alize, are you all right?
I'm assuming she's like totally drained of
The
ether.
treatment. Did it work?
Girl, say something! Oh, that's a cat that's successful.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you all. Delighted, happy, glad.
Gaboo!
So how long has Gaboo been tempered? Has it been like Heaven's Word? Stormblood feels like it would have been too recent.
All this time, my mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan. But I never forgot about Mother and Father. Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always.
That's the trade-off. That's the trade-off. You regain your sense of self and you're no longer tempered, but they forcibly make you English.
So I tried to focus on their faces. Theirs and yours. Alize's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
You've heard, would you love me if I were a worm? Now get ready for it. Would you love me if I were British? Post Heaven's Word. Okay, so I was right.
Your hopes reached Gaboo. They helped him to hold on.
I'm so proud of you, Gaboo.
I do like that creature, though.
I couldn't have done it without you, Alize. Can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them.
I think that we can.
Yes, we can. All of them.
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use.
Okay. Hi, Lana. What's going on?
As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether. And while Alize was able to heal Gaboo alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms.
So it's a start, but we're not, like, we don't have the ability to fully resolve everything by the sounds of it.
Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence.
Okay, and if you've become a monster, it's too late for you. Gotcha.
All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
But we can save more people than we would have before, so still a win.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gaboo, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
Then
will.
the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of porkses. would
Pig
it not?
army?
Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying. And her name is Master Matoya, the real one.
And you love her.
I have to go now, Gaboo. But the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Alize. Thank you.
What do we need with a porcine brigade? Like, what do we even do with, how do we discharge them of their duty when we're finished? Alright, and that's quest complete. I think, is that a person? I thought that was a motherfucking NPC, and it's like, where's their name? Why can't I talk to them? That's just a person. That's a guy. A lot of things with them for gaming. Well, they can fly. I feel like the nuisance potential is high. And I also feel like this is where we should, yeah, literally, it's like, thank you, Tiny Tim. Gabu, who was not tempered. Tiny Tim, who did not die. This is where 50 feral hogs. I mean, who would win? One primal, 30 to 50 feral hogs. We're almost halfway through. Do we think we'll finish next Friday? This patch went so quickly. We either finish next Friday or we end up chopping it up into 3 streams. So I guess it'll depend on how the momentum goes. But this does feel like a decent stopping point, I think. 50, yeah, fairy hogs. They're special hogs. Maybe able. Okay, we'll see how we feel next Friday, but my throat's quite sore, so this is where we will stop for today. Thank you for hanging out with me, everyone. Oh, let me go into my spot. Hang on. I could probably take the mini aetherite, but we'll just teleport because we can do that. Yeah, this is where I hang out. Woo! All right, this is where I'm gonna pause for today. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me, everyone. We will be back with Final Fantasy XIV Fridays next Friday. Tomorrow, I believe we start Chapter 11 of Resident Evil RE4 Remake, and we'll be playing that Saturday and Sunday at the usual time of 12 p.m. noon Pacific. We also have movie night tomorrow with subscribed Twitch viewers on the Discord. We will be watching Queer, featuring Daniel Craig, which I have heard about and know very little about, but I'm excited to see nevertheless. So if you're interested in stopping by for our group viewing party, please do join us. Let me see if there is somebody online we might be able to. Yes, we have to. So it was Moonlight Ghost's birthday on the 14th, and she has been streaming all of the Souls games, beating them like a maniac because she's so cool. And this is my first time streaming since it was her birthday, and her birthday streamathon is still going. We have to raid Ghost. We are gonna raid Ghost, who is currently in Dark Souls 3. Let me see where she's at. Oh, I'm so excited we get to raid her. It's also... Oh, wait. Which cutscene is this? Is she in Lothric Castle? Where is she? If she's at Twin Princess, I'm gonna lose my brain. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna start acting up. I don't know. I actually don't know Dark Souls 3 well enough to tell where she's at. But it's also a face cam reveal. Lots of cool fucking shit happening in Ghost Chat. We're gonna raid Ghost. Okay, I will see you on Discord and see you tomorrow for Resident Evil. Everybody say hi to Ghost. Happy belated birthday. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you all later. Bye, everybody.